this since that was one of my goals, was to edit my videos a little bit differently, like once a month. But then immediately as soon as I did this, I was like, look at how fun my head is. That's not aesthetic, is it? Like, look at that. You can see where my lips were on the glass. It's fine. Ooh. Anyways, in conclusion, video editing to be aesthetic is probably not it for me. I do still want to try an entire video where I edit it aesthetically, but I wouldn't even say that I necessarily succeeded this first part. I just kind of put music and like, I got plants, so now that's aesthetic, right? Anyways, it's really funny because in like bigger groups or any group over about 5 people, or when I first get to know people, I'm pretty quiet. I just like to observe. But my personality by myself, when we're here and it's all me, it's just, it truly is a mirror for what's going on in my mind. And it's just chaos and haphazard, and we're jumping around, and that's fine. That's fine. I wanted to talk about week 3 of 2021, since that's kind of the point of these vlogs videos, is tracking my progress. The most exciting thing I think I did this week in terms of progress on things is I'm doing this collaboration short story project, and I'm so excited for y'all to learn more about that, and it'll be soon. But I worked on that a lot so that I could give something to the person that I was collaborating with. And I also decided that along the way that I would just completely share the process of writing this short story so that y'all can really see what I mean when I say zero draft. Like, I have my zero draft, and rather than work in that draft and kind of fill it in, I'm just doing a whole other draft. And I'm gonna share it. It's terrible because it's a zero draft, but I thought it would be fun. And on Sunday I got really good feedback from the person I'm collaborating with, and she was saying how, you know, she's getting back into writing again, and she thought it was just so cool to see the process because she, you know, thought that every word needed to be good as you're putting it, you know, on the screen. And I definitely think that's some people's process, but I do think, anyways, she said she thinks the story's turning out really cool, which I'm excited for. And it was nice to have that affirmation from her, but also to be like, awesome, what I wanted to share and be able to show you guys also helped her. So it's just very cool. In total, I managed 7,435 words for this week. That is my Millwordy contribution, and I did work on the weekends, so that was not my, you know, intent or goals, but it was like a nice working on the weekends. I'm in this weird headspace with things because though this is the year of finishing for me, I haven't really put any hard deadlines on things. I almost think that's been my undoing in the past, because I'll get into the spiral of I didn't get enough work done in project Y, and then I'll be fretting about that, and then rather than actually continuing to make progress in it, it's fretting that happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a mental space that gets taken up by the fretting that would be better spent just doing the work. But because I'm in that spiral, I can't do the work. I don't know if that's, you know, general anxiety or like a perfectionism thing or what it is. But now that I don't have hard deadlines, so as in I'm not disappointing myself by not getting something done at a certain time, it's actually helped a lot to be like, okay, I'm just gonna work on this thing every day. Sometimes it's just opening the document and thinking about it. Sometimes it's getting a shit ton of words in it. But it's more the focus, rather than on the big goal, the focus on the daily tasks. And that's something that I've been trying to transition my mindset around for ages. But I think I've made a little bit of progress. You know what I'm saying? I just genuinely feel better about things. So yes, it's interesting to have this year of finishing big goal of completing things and also be less stressed about the actual finishing. They feel like different goals, but somehow it's working for me right now. If I could somehow bottle this and like just drink it every morning, that would be nice. But perhaps that's what these videos can be for me. Just a reminder of the good mental state that I want to keep. Other good things that happened this week were I had an idea for an event of sorts that I'm really excited about. I messaged a couple people and were like, what do you think of this? Is this a thing? Like, am I, like, I don't want to get myself too excited and it be only something that I would want. And so I still have a couple more people to reach out to about that, but I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited. If I can make it even like half of what I'm imagining, it's gonna be great. So that was really cool. I don't know about you guys, I text myself ideas. So I had this idea on the 19th, I think. Also going with that short story collaboration project was that I had been writing it one way and it just was not working. And then one night I was laying down to go to sleep and I don't know what happened the rest of that day, but I kept having ideas. Like just as soon as my eyes would flutter closed, you know what I mean? It was like I'd snap out and I had to text myself something and be like, I just saw it so perfectly. So I had this bad beginning, which y'all will see eventually within the next month, hopefully. And so I had this bad beginning and then I had this like series of attempting to go to sleep, I think actually falling asleep and then texting myself what I had just dreamt, seen. I don't know, it's like I was in that nice state where I think my mind was more flexible to things. I think sometimes when we're writing we get locked into the first idea, and I think that's what makes revising so hard sometimes, is seeing a better path for the thing that you want to achieve. So again, if I could also bottle that up, that would be great. I would drink it down like I drink my coffee and my wine. But I think that's basically it. I think that's all I want to share. These vlogs are going to be so different each week, and I think that's what's going to make this fun for me. But please do comment down below. Let me know if you've had any epiphanies this week. Let me know if you've had the sensation of almost falling asleep and that's when the ideas hit you. Do you keep like a notebook and pen and paper by your bed? Do you keep your phone by your bed so that you can jot down those times? Have you ever actually dreamt of a story and then you worked on it, or like that's what you're currently working on? And if you could bottle up a mindset or an epiphany that you've had and then drink it each day to remind yourself, what would it be? Does that make sense as a question? Again, I think because I tend to feel like I'm in cycles, and I think this is true for a lot of creative people, the ebbs and flows of this lifestyle are never ending. But I think it's one of those where I'm just like trending upward, you know what I'm saying? That's the hope at least. Let me know if you feel a similar way about anything, whether it's writing or otherwise. Also look at little Zelda, she's so cute. Duke's also right here and I just heard Buffy. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all very soon with a new video. Bye. Like I'm genuinely good each day that well, hello plane.